Chapter 1. Work of Art. I had always found solace in the quiet town of Redwood Falls, where the days stretched lazily and the nights whispered serenity. It was a place where people knew each other, where safety was taken for granted, but it was here that I had chosen to begin my sinister work. As I strolled through the town on that tranquil summer evening, the setting sun casting an eerie golden hue over everything, I couldn't help but marvel at the facade of peace. I watched the townsfolk, their laughter and conversations filling the air like a sweet melody. But my heart was pounding with anticipation as I ventured into the dimly lit alley. It was there that I left my chilling masterpiece, a lifeless body arranged meticulously, like a grotesque work of art. I reveled in the horror that I had unleashed upon Redwood Falls. Detective Robert Harlan would soon be drawn into my twisted game. Chapter 2. Unmasking the Reaper. My fascination with death and suffering had roots in my childhood, a time marked by cruelty and neglect. The darkness within me grew as I absorbed the knowledge from gruesome true crime novels and anatomy textbooks. My evolution into a meticulous and intelligent killer was inevitable. In the present day, I wore the mask of a forensic analyst at the local police department. No one suspected me. I was an eccentric genius to them. My victims were chosen with utmost care, each one a pawn in my gruesome masterpiece. The first kill was an artistically morbid display of my prowess. The victim, a middle-aged man, had been lured into a dimly lit alley with the promise of safety. His life ended with a theatrical flourish, his throat slit from ear to ear, the crimson stream forming a gruesome smile on his pale face. He was my first canvas. The second murder was a symphony of agony. A young woman, her eyes wide with terror, had been bound to a wooden chair. I reveled in her despair as I meticulously removed each of her fingernails, savoring the sounds of her screams. The room was a tableau of suffering, a masterpiece of pain. The third victim was a testament to my surgical precision. A middle-aged woman, chosen for her perceived innocence, had been strapped to an operating table. I wielded a scalpel with the expertise of a seasoned surgeon, carefully dissecting her while she remained conscious. Her screams echoed through the room as I reveled in the delicate dance between life and death. As the chapter continued, my calculated killings continued to baffle even the most seasoned detectives. The thrill of it all, the power I felt, was intoxicating. Chapter 3. The Detective's Frustration. Detective Harlan's pursuit of me was relentless, and I watched from the shadows as he worked tirelessly to decipher my twisted puzzle. His life unraveled as he missed family events, strained relationships, and became consumed by the case. I reveled in his frustration and sleepless nights. The pressure from the community and media was like a symphony to my ears. Harlan's growing desperation was palpable, and it fueled my sadistic pleasure. I was always one step ahead, and he could never catch me. Chapter 4. The Deadly Pursuit. Chapter 4 was a dance of death as Harlan closed in on me. A pattern in my murders was my undoing, and the tension reached its peak as he tracked my movements. Our encounters were heart-pounding, with Harlan's heart pounding in his chest and my eerie calmness. I managed to escape our dramatic showdown in the warehouse, leaving him battered and defeated. The pursuit took a toll on Harlan, physically and mentally. I watched with glee as he struggled to maintain his grip on reality. I was always the puppeteer, pulling the strings from the shadows. Chapter 5. The Vanishing Act. Chapter 5 brought us to the chilling climax. Redwood Falls remained trapped in fear, and Harlan's pursuit reached its zenith. My escape left him despondent and shattered. The town bore the scars of my reign of terror, and Harlan was left with the haunting realization that justice might never be served. As the story concluded, I reveled in the knowledge that I was the true master of Redwood Falls, a shadowy figure who could never be caught. The town would forever be marred by my presence, and Harlan would forever be haunted by the one that got away.